Hello, everyone. Welcome to another section of Introduction to American Politics. Today, we are going to talk about the presidency. Now, the presidency is first and foremost the center of modern day American politics. It wasn't always that way, but that's quite frankly the fact of the matter as it stands today. And that is due to both the formal and the informal powers that the president has. So, an example of a formal power that he has is performing the duty of receiving ambassadors from foreign countries. Here, the photo on the left, he is performing a formal power by receiving the Indian ambassador. On the right, he is exercising an informal power as head of his political party. That's not something that is ever mentioned in the Constitution or in any law for that matter. But because of all these informal powers combined with the formal and constitutional powers that the president has, he is the center and the most powerful player in contemporary American politics. Now, there are three theories of formal powers that dominate the scholarship on the presidency: enumerated powers theory, stewardship theory, and unitary theory. We're going to briefly go over those now. Now, under enumerated powers theory, the president has only the powers specifically given to him in Article 2 of the Constitution. No more and no less. He can make treaties with advice and consent of the Senate, receive ambassadors, serve as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Services, appoint executive, judicial officers, and ambassadors, again, with the advice and consent of the Senate. He can ask the opinions of officers of the executive departments. We call them cabinet secretaries. He takes care that the laws are to be faithfully executed. He can sign and veto legislation, give information on the State of the Union through what we now call the State of the Union Address, and grant pardons and reprieves. According to an enumerated powers perspective on the presidency, these are the only authorities that the president ought to exercise. Now, of course, we know that this extremely limited view of the presidency is not the reality of what we see every day. The presidency has certainly grown beyond the scope of the powers enumerated in the Constitution. Now, under stewardship theory, there are several very distinct differences, and this is more so the model of the presidency today. That even though there is no such authority listed in the Constitution, there is an inherent executive power in the office of the presidency. The president can act however they want as long as what they do is not prohibited by the Constitution or by the laws that Congress has passed. This authority comes from the fact that they are the vested leader of the people. Now, under specified powers theory, the fact that they are the leader of the people, the fact they are the executive head of government, does not grant them any sort of additional authority. But under stewardship theory, this fact is assumed to give them this sort of innate ability to act on behalf of the nation, so long as they don't actually break any laws.